Here are 5 learnings that I distilled from the intensity of the last few months for your own deliberation and application in your renewal and reboot efforts.
Welcome to Create New Futures, a show about thought-provoking ideas and practices you can use to create and shape your future in life and in business. Join Aviv Shahar, author and innovation strategy consultant, as he shares his proven strategies that have helped clients create breakthrough results. Aviv has guided executives at Fortune 100 companies, and now he wants to help you.
Okay, so how are you? How is this year unfolding for you? What are you discovering that energizes and propels you to new growth? How are you renewing and refocusing your efforts? This is Aviv with a new episode of Create New Futures, and this one brings to you ideas to help you reboot. For us, the year started with tremendous intensity. I have never been engaged with more projects. This intensity has tested me. In one way, the trajectory of my personal growth over the last several years has been about establishing a terrain of options. Explaining what I mean by that may help your own growth and development. So here is the backstory. Early in my adult life, I repeatedly created scenarios in which I felt my back was to the wall, facing what appeared to me as only one option. That one option propelled me forward forcefully. These scenarios typically unleashed tremendous creativity and led me to breakthrough results. And at the same time, they were exhausting and costly. In my 40s, I recognized that I must change my operating system. I began pivoting from the one option with my back to the wall to creating multiple options, and then to an abundance of options from which I could choose. This insight enabled me to make a fundamental shift from scarcity to abundance, from worrying to relaxing. This one I'm still learning. And from the anxiety of no options born out of a war zone experience to the peace of mind and generosity enabled by an abundance of choices. These changes emerged from a twofold awareness. First, I realized that like most people, I tended to recreate the same patterns. For example, I kept creating scenarios that I experienced as narrow passages from bondage to freedom, and they forced me to act with absolute urgency and desperation to overcome impossible odds to achieve the desired breakout and results. I deliberately say I created this dysfunctional pattern, though at the time I did not understand that I was causing it myself. That was the point of realization. I am responsible for the patterns of my life. I can never blame them on circumstances or other people. The second part of their realization was that families tend to pass on and adopt behavioral karmic patterns from generation to generation, both positive and negative. For example, I unconsciously adopted my father's war-related survival patterns. During World War II, his parents and 3 other family members were murdered in Auschwitz. He was able to escape a Nazi labor camp and then make his way out of Europe to Israel. Time and again, he was nearly caught and appeared to have reached a dead end, only to save himself by calling upon his extraordinary resourcefulness to discover a narrow escape passage to freedom. As I approached age 50, I recognized that personal growth requires me to take full 100% responsibility for my actions and decisions. I had to break out of this family transfer by erasing from my unconscious mind the karmic pattern of overcoming impossible odds by finding the narrow escape passage. If I failed to do so, I reasoned, I would become increasingly brittle. To catalyze this transformation, I turned the pattern against itself to help me discover and build the resilience and versatility of abundance. As I now approach age 60 and reflect on my transformative journey, my reckoning suggests that A, I am making good progress on the abundance vector, and that B, changing and releasing deep internal patterns can be a confusing effort that requires both horizontal development, by which I mean building new capabilities, resources, and financial freedom, and vertical development, which is about cultivating new levels of awareness and downloading a new operating system. I discovered that working with and helping smart executive teams in some of the most successful companies in the world is a fantastic testing ground for my own personal development and growth. The executives I coach and consult with bring to the table issues that trigger the development lessons and insights that I too need. Here are 5 learnings that I distilled from the intensity of the last few months for your own deliberation and application in your renewal and reboot efforts. First, upgrade through challenge. By saying yes to more than I've ever done before, I forced myself to elevate my operational process, support systems, and delivery methods. It is only when we meet the edge of our operational capacity that we are challenged to upgrade the way we work and provide value. Here is a question to reflect on. How do you catalyze your transformative upgrades? What opportunities are available for you to elevate your capabilities and value delivery? Second, simplify, digitize, automate, and delegate. To help me focus on what I do best, I ruthlessly remove non-value adding activities by digitizing, routinizing, automating, and delegating them whenever and wherever possible. We make our greatest contributions when we bring forward our talents, presence, and creative gifts. Here is a question to reflect on. What can you simplify, routinize, digitize, and automate in your work processes? What aspects of your life can you delegate to free up precious space, time, and energy to focus on your contribution? Third, ride the opportunity waves. Near Jupiter, Florida, where we spend the winter month, I learned so much by watching how the surfers ride back into the waves time and again. A similar pattern appears in business and in life. When a wave shows up, it creates a momentous dynamic of energy and opportunities that can be harnessed by riding with and into it. Here is the question to reflect on. What opportunity waves are you seeing right now in front of you? How can you expand your energy, creativity, and progress by taking advantage of these opportunities? For example, what strategic partnerships can you build as you move forward? Number 4, schedule your most important and creative work during your peak performance zone. To produce your best work, you must be attuned to your energy cycles. I do my writing and creative work early in the morning and in the evening. These are the 2 windows in which I generate the best focus and flow. To build mastery in any area and become the author of our destinies, we must design our lives and our environments to help us unleash our peak creativity and performance. Reflect on the following question. What are the best times and environments for you to create your most important work? How will you design your week so that you are able to engage in what matters most inside your peak performance zone? And finally, number 5, listen to intuition deeply. In our strategy and innovation workshops with leadership teams, I have learned to play jazz with the process and to embrace with confidence not knowing what will come next. I trust my preparation, the emergent wisdom of the team, and my intuitive ability to identify and respond to opportunities as they emerge. We express our natural genius when we learn to be comfortable with ambiguity and the uncertainty of what comes next by listening deeply to our intuition when opportunities present themselves. Here is the question to reflect on. In what aspects of your life can you make the leap to listen deeply to your intuition and play jazz? How will you build practice opportunities for you to bring more of your creative and artistic talents to your work? Now it's your turn. Turn the key. Upgrade your process and system through challenge. Simplify, digitize, automate, and delegate what you can. Ride the opportunity waves. Schedule your most important and creative work to your peak performance zone. Be present, express your natural genius, and share your gifts by listening deeply to your intuition.
Thank you for listening. Aviv always encourages his clients to identify the 1 or 2 ideas they can move forward into action immediately. What will you capture and apply today? You can always begin with a small action and then build momentum over time. When you move forward from an idea to action, you get immediate ROI, return on the time you invested, and return of learning. And then the learning cycle builds the success propulsion. One more thing. You can reach Aviv directly by phone and email to discover how he can help you create a new future for your business and organization. Creating your new future can begin today.